Do you want to take us a bit through the whole process?
Yeah.
Fast, not too quick.
You go for the
1 month, kind of. Also. 1 month. I think games were a massive part. We did the Barnacle film. Games to start off each session were a really great way to activate our space. That was like a big part of our process. And being like expansive and very much open to the unknown, because every day was the movement for the next. We were building the narrative very slowly, so anything that happened the day before was our agenda for the next movement. And yeah.
I think for me, strategy, I was really strategic about the things I wanted to do and what I wanted to work with. I had 3D elements and visuals that I was determined to work with. I also have a set of creatives that I knew I wanted on board. And for me, it was really important to have conversations with them because it pushed the narrative further and it allowed me to open up my mind to new ways of visualizing.
Super. How's your film?
Hello everyone. Thank you for coming out. My film was many moons ago. My name is Kez. My brethren's call me Mello. Don't gas me, don't gas me, don't gas me. Yeah, the process of my film was crazy, man. Like, yeah, I feel like it just felt like a month to like create and produce everything or whatever. Had some hiccups as you do with like filmmaking, but it was a really beautiful and spiritual process, I have to say. Like the day of production, I woke up and literally the first thing I saw staring out of like the window was like the full moon. Like it was crazy. So yeah, I don't know, like it was a blessing that like the ancestors allowed me to like bring this out of myself and whatnot. I just want to thank like Nelly for having us. Like I couldn't have done it without her. And yeah, man, everyone involved, like everyone really pulled their leg and yeah, man, like helped me bring my vision to life. So I'm just thankful.
So my name is Riz. I did the second film, and thank you. So the whole like process I had was pretty much like entirely improvised because initially I had like a plan going on, but during filming everything just like messed up. So it was just pretty much like getting the good pieces and just like scramming it all together and make it work. So. Yeah, make sure you plan. That's what I learned. So, yeah, thank you.
Hello. Hi, my name is Bart. I did the last film. My process was really chill, actually. Like, it was really easy because the most difficult part was trying to convince Nelly to let me use public funding to buy a latex vacuum bed. And then the second most difficult part was to convince my actor to go inside. Everything after that was like smooth sailing. So it was nice. It was a good experience. Thank you.
Nobody died.
Hi, my name is Diane, and I made the film about moths. Thank you. Yeah, because it was such a short time period, and I'd never really worked in this way before. I kind of just thought, like, let me not try to achieve anything. Instead, I kind of focused on, like, okay, I know I want it to feel this way, and I have all these beautiful people that I trust. So instead, I tried to create like these methodologies that allowed me to experiment with new ways of working. So we created like these somatic workshops with the help of my movement director, Jenna and Nathan, and did sort of similar things with the sound with Kajam or Cam. Crazy person, so good. And this is what you see in the end. So I'm really grateful for all of them who made this possible.
Hi, I'm Alexis. I made Madness in the Moon. And the working process was basically talking to a lot of people with experience of mental illness and the mental health sector, whether it's counsellors, therapists, or people who've just lived through it, and a lot of working class people as well, and working together to make something, even if we don't have the money to make it, we got funding, and we made something that I think was incredible.
I'm Summer of Mirrored Fatality, and we did Earth Bodies Biometrics. And the process for that film was a lot of like archival footage of just like being on the road the past 3 years after being displaced from LA, and then also coming to the UK and kind of like working with just what like the materials that we found and built, whether that be like at Set Woolwich or like building the costumes and just kind of going from there.
Yeah, just yeah, to add to that, first and foremost, we're performance artists and musicians, so then we were basically able to just use the sonic diary of our travels throughout different farms, different projects, different protests around the world, whether that's Atlanta or Long Beach, or fights that we're tied to in the Philippines and in Kashmir, and supporting queer and trans, Black, and Native liberation. All of that fights is like archived in the music and the fights. So the process may look like it was the both of us, but everyone's lessons and their teachings that they gave us is definitely in the film.
Hey everyone, my name's Izzy. I directed Over the Moon, Across the Seas, People Carry Place. It was the process was a madness because I don't think none of us were filmmakers. We were sound artists, we were dancers, we were architects and writers, but we wanted to somehow explore what happened when we came together to talk about queer blackness in London, of the reality of how we just are in our normal spaces, in our normal kitchens, on our normal streets. So it was more, instead of trying to do an end goal, it was like, what if? And it was incredible, crazy, because none of us ever done a film, but it was a blessing. Shout out to Adiola, the dancer and performer over there.
Hello, everyone. My name is Morena Espiritual. My film was called Mi Coro. It was the one. It was the film that interviewed different Latin American Vulgars. And so the process was very inspired by my actual everyday life and my homies. I'm a musician, and the song speaks about like self-defense as queer and trans people navigating the world on an everyday basis. And so the process was very inspired by the queer and trans Latin American experience and how to bring that into a context of broader society through humor, through satire, surrealism, and make us reflect about very real everyday experiences that shouldn't be normal, but are normal. So, yeah.
Thank you all. So I'm just gonna, Carnage couldn't join us, Carnage from Badi. And so he asked me to read a piece of text, which as you can see, I've been obviously reading quite a bit. It's like, okay, so Carnage. It pains me that I'm unable to celebrate the success of this project with my peers and all of you tonight. But yet again, the rat race has crushed another black man's dream. Making Baddie was not only one of the best experiences of my life, but such a milestone for me, as I so desperately wanted to create something with a narrative. My only wish is that I had more time. Yeah, we all wish that at some point. So I could have showcased someone other than myself as the lead. It was so important for me to make this film because for some reason, dark-skinned femmes are not so widely celebrated in the media, still to this day, especially in film. We have our moments, our slot, our niche, but it never seems to go beyond that. I love action films and wanted to see someone like myself as the lead, so it was my responsibility to create that. I used my trauma to guide me and bring it to life. But why did it take a struggling artist with minimal resources to do that? I had to rely on creativity where I lacked budget. Thank you to my team. We created something that is truly the first of its kind. We worked so hard and we put everything we had and then some of it into this project. Rory, Glenn, and Sam, you took a chance on a small artist and it really paid off. The film is everything I could have hoped for and more. To the Moon, you started this, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you to everyone that came out to celebrate, and to my fellow filmmaker, we did it. I love you all, Carnage. So we're just I'm gonna stop here, but I just want you all, because you're all, very much involved with organized community. What will be your last sentence? What do you say to all of this crowd here, which I'm sure all want to make films now? What's the, what is?
I'm gonna quote a friend of mine who's here, who said to me this morning, just say making films is very scary. And it is, and I just want to say that to be able to make one, also as Diane was saying, just to accept that you're not going to achieve what you want to do, but just to kind of explore anyway and just kind of put down the bar, but also take yourself seriously enough to do it was very important. So I hope you all take yourself as seriously as we did, all of us here, soon.
Just make it happen.
I would say, if you want to make a film happen, just put all your ideas down and visualize it, and then get people on board, and it'll work. It'll fall into place.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have no crazy film philosophy, literally. Just have fun, find your tribe. Mess around, experiment, and just live yours. There's nothing deeper. I'll be real.
Yeah, like Kez said, just have fun, just go with the flow, apply to every bursary you see, because you never know, you'll get the fucking 3K or some shit, yeah.
Start over there. Let's just change the vibe a bit.
For making films?
No, just in general. What do you want to share to everyone? 2023, future of life, the universe.
The universe. Well, in 2023, we're trying to make all the projects in our mind happen. We're trying to believe that we deserve all the funding, right? We're trying to believe that queer and trans people can assemble all these people here in this room like y'all. Round of applause for y'all. Yeah, we're trying to be grateful. That's what it is.
I think a lot of us find creativity through trauma, a lot of identities similar to ours. And I think one thing I stand by is how do you live out your imagination, not just your reality, and how you push that and find that and become it.
Something my lola or my apo would always tell me is kailangan tamo maglugod king kapwa tamong tao tingyato ni, which translates to we basically need to learn how to love each other, ourselves, and the earth, and we need to create art that's not for power or for profit, but for humanity to continue and for this earth to keep revolving. So whatever you have to do that, please do.
I would just say that to everyone who is committed to fighting for a better world for themselves, for their communities, for their loved ones, this is a year that we all deserve to have abundance and we deserve to thrive, and that may we all be putting the prayers and manifestations out to build the world that we want to see.
I just want to say that the art sector can be exploitative. And when you're going into communities and you're talking to them about their lived experiences and you're using that for your art, pay them. Because their experiences are worth money just as much as an editor, a film editor, a writer. Them sitting with you and talking about their life, that deserves money, so pay them for their time. And it doesn't matter how small your budget is, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
I guess I wanted to say something quite similar to that. It's like if you're fortunate enough to make in this world, try not to have extractive relationships with the people you work with, and really center practices of care in your art practice, because it just takes an hour of scheduling in like a check-in or just seeing how people are at the end of the day and, really paying attention to these needs, and it can change everything around you. It changes your practice, it changes everyone's life.
Just to end it off, in 2023, I hope everyone gets a bit freakier. I just hope everyone gets really freaky. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.